brings it back to life. Get it right. I see something to believe in. The bones is where it's bad. Get lost, feel the temperature rise. Baby, tell me one more beautiful life. One touch and I ignite. Like a sunshine speeding into the night. You and I get lost in the infinite light. Baby, tell me one more beautiful life. One touch and I ignite.
Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome to day 2 of the Freelancing Festival. We are in the second slot. Good to see you here, Kuldeep. Hey Atul, Rahul. Hi Noel. Hey Mr. Raj, Jolly, Shah. Good to see you. Hey Ankit, Vinod. Hope you guys are doing awesome. We do have a killer session planned for you today. So really excited to jump in. Just doing a quick check whether you can hear me okay, whether you can see me. I'm going to start sharing screens with you momentarily and apologize for any kind of confusion that I may have created in the morning thinking about the next classes. Hopefully we all are here. Hopefully we've got the agenda laid out for us. Moving up, got some exciting news to share with you. Got some really cool news to share with you coming up soon. But before that, let's jump into see what the entire agenda is. What are the things that we actually need to complete by the end of the Freelancing Festival, which is coming up on the 7th of May. So really excited to make this an intense, super packed learning experience for you. It is the lockdown season, and the best thing we probably could be doing with ourselves right now is investing in education, investing in learning more, investing in really figuring out a solid game plan, solid game plan for once we recover from this entire episode and plan our career 2.0. So let me know if you feel you have learned something so far. If you've learned something so far in the festival, starting in from day 1, what we are going to do real quick is we are going to jump into a recap session. We're going to be doing a recap session where we really pick up everything that we've looked at so far, solidify that, and then we jump into the action item for today. So let's do a quick recap, and this is going to be a class exercise. So if you could help me structure anything that you have learned, anything that comes to mind, feel free to put that into the chat. And what I'll do is try and put that up. So we spoke a little bit about personal branding. What else? We spoke about having an effective roadmap. We spoke about a business strategy. We looked at software, traffic. We got the social media calendar. We spoke about the importance of having a business calculator. You should have a cocktail party mindset. Thanks, Debani. You need to have a website. There are always going to be hacks. There are always going to be automation software. We looked at some powerful words that you can use to increase your presence. We spoke about top 10 domination. Thanks, Santosh. We spoke about being a micro influencer. We spoke about how being organized is going to save you time, and time is money. You looked at the content headlines. Give more, get more. The law of reciprocation. Being grateful. You need to have 300 posts on social media in order to really start seeing any kind of traction. You should have the mindset, listen to the stranger's secret. This is a good class, getting lots and lots of things that we've gone over, having a positive mindset. What about the 60-second video? You guys are awesome at doing that. 60-second intro video. Outsource and grow rich. Have a goal card, absolutely. Learn about the gig economy, where you get paid per task. All right, superb. So this is a fantastic recap. We've got the law of reciprocation, the CAC, the cost of acquisition of customers, the gig economy, affiliate income. All right, superb. Thank you so much for participating. This does seem like a lot. This is definitely a lot of stuff that we have gone over. Definitely a lot of stuff that we've gone over. And what we are going to be doing, is we're going to be paving the way forward. You've got a lot of resources, you've got so much stuff that is available. What we are going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and try and show you exactly, what is stopping you, what is in between you and success. What is that fine line between you wanting to succeed and what is the fine line of you actually ending up succeeding, right? So let's talk about that for just a minute. So if we were to draw a line, if we were to draw a line and saying that this is where I currently am, and this is where I need to be in order to call myself successful. Okay, so let's try and see what all we need to happen in order to reach one step closer to our goal. So in order to reach success, or in order to kind of reach that line where you say that, okay, I've finally got my stuff together. I finally feel a lot more comfortable. I finally feel that this is a lot more predictable. It's not month to month. I know what I'm doing. It's a rinse and repeat cycle. So you want to have something that is a rinse and repeat cycle, which means that you do not need to keep doing something new. And this is definitely a curse with entrepreneurs. This is definitely a curse that all entrepreneurs go through, is that their minds are so active in looking for opportunities, consistently looking for more and more opportunities, that oftentimes they forget or they lose sight what is in front of them. So a really interesting proverb is, a bird in hand is better than two in the bush. So you really need to grab onto something. You need to make that solid before you get into the entire shiny penny syndrome, where you're trying your hand at literally everything. You're doing affiliate, you're doing e-commerce, you're doing agency, you're doing freelancing, you're trying software, you're trying themes, you're trying surveys. There's just so many shiny penny syndromes on the internet. Most of them are genuine. Most of them are lucrative money making opportunities, but the entire goal is to really find something that works, something that builds consistent cash flow. And that one thing that has always built consistent cash flow, at least for my business, whether it was a freelancer, whether been running a private limited company, no matter what it is, something that has already always kind of been consistent income, has been the digital marketing services business. There has never been a time, fortunately, there's never been a time that we've been unable to get projects, whether it's projects on WordPress or whether it's a project on doing on-page SEO, whether it's a project on doing PPC, email marketing. Maybe someone just wants some consulting. Somebody wants social media. Somebody wants content. Somebody wants a blog. So these are the different kinds of things most businesses really require. They need somebody to work on their website. They need somebody to do their SEO. They need somebody to do their link building. They need somebody to do their outreach, somebody to do their press releases, right? So there's so many different opportunities. There's just so many different opportunities that are currently out there, that getting this kind of business, even though we are in lockdown, even though there is a global pandemic happening, there are still businesses that are dependent on the internet. There are still businesses that are dependent on Google. There are still a lot of businesses that are not impacted whatsoever, given the current scenarios. And always one thing that I've learned in the last 15 years of business is that there's always going to be some industries, no matter what, that are going to be doing well. One of them is the internet business. One of them is the digital marketing space, because the internet, whether you like it or not, it is the future, meaning everything that we do, even what we're doing right now, is obviously powered because of the internet. More and more and more and more, I'm going to say that again, more and more and more and more business is going to be forced to go onto the internet. 15 years ago when we started doing digital marketing, people were still interested, people were still fascinated with digital marketing, but we really kind of had to coax them, saying that, oh, won't it be amazing to be on Google front page? Won't it be amazing to have 10,000 fans on Facebook? And people are like, yeah, kind of. So the way I look at it is, back in the day, we were selling vitamin pills. This is good. Everyone knows it's good. You should take your vitamins every day. Uh, Pop it once in a day, pop it twice in a day. It's all good. If you don't take it one day, it's fine. You're not going to die. It's all good. They're vitamins. You want to be proactive. This is what we were kind of really selling back in the day. Today, we are selling painkillers. Today, we are selling life saving drugs, because people without a digital marketing presence are literally desperate. They have to be desperate. Their shops are closed, their factories are closed, their customers cannot reach them, and they know they've already been told about the internet, but they've chosen to kind of like play it off, chosen to kind of ignore it. But now, if they do not move onto the internet, unfortunately, they will have no business. So this is a manufacturing time. This is the time for freelancers to really get into full-fledged manufacturing, manufacturing of websites, manufacturing of content, manufacturing of everything, because the economy really requires this. Whether you are a product creator, you need the internet, you need traffic. Whether you are an offline business, you need to adapt. You need to start taking orders online. Things like e-commerce are going to open up in the next couple of days. In the next 1 or 2 days, worldwide, e-commerce is going to be back in business. So if businesses are not equipped right now, when will they be? So this is a solid business. It's kind of like investing in a blue chip in the stock market, something that is kind of guaranteed to perform. The demand is there, the logic is there, the reason is there, everything is there. This is one skill set that is always going to be in demand. So invest in learning this stuff. But let's get back to what is really stopping you. The first thing is, you need to really have a product. If you don't have a product, then what is it people are going to buy? So even if you do have customers, even if you do have prospective customers, just doing a quick check. If you are with me, give me a quick yo. If you are with me so far, all is good. Just doing a quick check so we are aware of what's happening. Fantastic. Super. So you need to have a product. And even if there are prospective customers on the internet that we are talking about, you need to, you really be able to, need to have something to sell to them. And the good thing or the bad thing, however you look at it, selling is a skill. Selling is a skill, right? And the good thing about any skill is that any skill can be learned extremely easily. Now, some people are just natural good salespeople, and I think you must be having a friend. I'm sure you must be having a friend that can convince you, or they can convince a gang to do something crazy, to do something good. Type in crazy friend, or if you're yourself, type in yourself if you think you are a good salesperson, because the most valuable in demand skill set, even more than digital marketing, is selling. Because if you can sell, then you can sell, and if you can sell, then you can always, always, always make money. So selling is a skill, and one day, one entire session, a 60-minute session, we are going to talk about selling. It is a formula, it's definitely a formula. And one thing that differentiated us our entire life, and I still think it kind of does differentiate us, is the proposals we send out. The proposals we send to customers, like even when we hit the send button, we are so confident, that the customer is going to get back to us, maybe even in the same hour, because we've done this like hundreds of times. We figure out a system, we figure out a process, right, which I'm going to be sharing with you, right from ground zero, how we find the lead, how we hustle them, how we add value in advance to them, what we give to them for free, how we communicate with them, how we use our golden hour of communication, how we send proactive stuff, our reporting, and more importantly, how to stand out in a really competitive market. This is a competitive market. Everybody knows that digital marketing is a scene, and digital marketing, whether you like it or not, is not complicated. It's going to get easier and easier. You've got traffic, and you've got conversions, and you have Google, and you have Facebook, and then you have e-commerce, and then you've got leads, and then you've got sales. So people are going to figure this out for sure. It's really easy. It's super simple if you think about digital marketing. So what's going to differentiate winners from losers? Number one is having a process. Having a process where you can start sending proposals on demand. Send proposals on demand, and the whole week's schedule is 7 a.m. we have class, and at 7 p.m. we have class. If I feel like doing a live at any point on Facebook in the group, I will. And the agenda is that we are going to complete this thing. There's so much chaos that's happening around this. I'm just going to take a quick second to address that, if that's okay. This is what we are going to be completing by the 7th of May. The classes are at 7 a.m. and at 7 p.m. And there is one URL which is called digitalmarket.com/live. That's it. 7 a.m., 7 p.m. till the 7th of May, digitalmarket.com/live. Give me a okay if you are crystal clear about the plan and the agenda moving forward. Thank you very much. And I love answering all your questions, but I'm seriously like tired today, just copy pasting messages from here and there. Where's the link? There is one link, and there is one time, 7 o'clock, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. Let's do it. All right. So jumping back into where we will share all these Excels, we will share all these mind maps, and these questions, like during the session, they really are very distracting. I like to see sensible questions that are happening over there. Otherwise, my brain is going to all these places, and everybody else's brain is going to all these places. When is the next class? Oh, even I need the roadmap. Oh, even I need the calculator. So take it easy, guys. We are doing this festival for you. It is for you, it's for nobody else. So I can assure you that every single sheet, every single file that we have, rest assured, is going to be shared with you. Session at 7 a.m. will be the 7. No, they're different sessions. They're different sessions. And let's stop taking questions for now. Or at least I'm going to shut it for myself. And zoom back in. Have a product. We'll talk about how you can have a product, but before you even have a product, you really need to know what it is you're going to sell and how you're going to sell it. And in one of these classes that we're going to do, which is a 60-minute class on selling, by the end of that class, you hopefully know what you should be selling and how you should sell it, and what proposal software, what proposal software that you should use in order to really start winning more business. Awesome. So that is where we currently are. That is currently where we are. In what you need to do, you need to have a goal, a financial goal. So you will have a financial goal over here, which is, in this case, we've looked at $274. You can feel free to adjust it. It's not going to start exactly like this, but this is what would be ideal to strive for. This is what would be ideal to strive for. And how are you going to create a product? Like, what are the products that you can create? Are they SEO? Are they PPC? Are they video editing? So we've got all these skills that you need to package. Now, what else do you have? You need to have the confidence. You need to have the confidence to be able to talk to customers. You need to have the confidence to sell to customers. Most importantly, you need to have the confidence to deliver what is promised. So these are three very critical kind of underlying subconscious things that you need to get over. And I'm going to talk to you about a formula and how you can really get over the confidence barrier when it comes to freelancing. I can understand that it is a little overwhelming because maybe it's the first time that you're doing it. So anything that you're doing for the first time is scary. So overwhelming. You may have never done the job before. You might have read about it on a blog. You might have watched a couple of videos, but you've never really done it. All the what if my customer doesn't like it? What if my competitor does this? What if this? What if that? There is overwhelming stuff. There are deadlines. You're not sure how much to charge. What is your fee? You're not sure whether you're going to get paid on time. You're not sure whether you should take some upfront money. You're not sure whether you should hire someone for the job. Do it yourself. You might be scared of the technicalities, right? So this is, bear me 1 second. So these might be some of the technicalities that are available. So this is some of these overwhelming things. Let me know if you can relate to any of these. If you feel that, yeah, this might be me, before you get any kind of customers. Yeah. Let me know if you have any other fears. Let me know if you have any other fears. So we've got how much to charge, whether you're going to get paid on time. Okay. Scared of the camera, how much to charge, whether you have to hire someone to do the job. First time. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to get over this as well. We're going to get over this as well. in the same session, because selling is really all about confidence. This is all about confidence. And if you know your stuff, and I'll talk to you how to really know your stuff. Once you know your stuff, once you figure out what your packages are, once you do have reviews, once you do have proposals, it becomes a lot easier. It becomes a lot easier. And having a structured way of selling is the only way for you to meet your financial goals. Okay. So this is where we currently are. We need to find where our prospective customers hang out. Are they on Facebook groups? Are they on forums? Are they on blogs? Are they looking on Google? Do they hang out in communities? And you really need to be able to identify your ideal customer. Who is your ideal customer? Is it somebody who is sitting in the US and outsourcing to you? Are you doing back office work? Are you doing calls? Are you doing SEO? Are you doing PPC? Are you a virtual assistant? Right? Are you doing data entry? Are you doing online shopping? Right? So there are so many different variables. There's so many different things that you could be doing. So you need to identify, and we do have an amazing guest speaker coming up, Kathy. Kathy is going to be speaking to us about a really cool perspective on how to find your ideal customer and what you really should start saying no to. What are the things that you should say yes to? What are the things that you are going to say no to? So we've got that coming up as well. But you need to take some time, spend some time, and figure out who is your ideal customer. And can your ideal customer maybe pay you $274 a month? And if that's the case, then maybe you need to get 30 customers. So how do you get 30 customers paying you this amount of money every single month? For that, you really need to have a roadmap, which we've already shared with you. You need to have a business calculator, because it's not possible everybody's going to pay you the same price. So you need to have like an entry ticket offer. You need to have a core offer. You need to have a retainer. And if you're able to mix and match these, you can definitely arrive at your monthly goal of $274 every single day, or your yearly goal of exactly the same. Let me know if you are with me so far. So far, so good. Awesome, superb. So I'm going to share this map with you. Here is the mind map, and you can definitely make a copy of this for yourself. We will be sharing this with you as well. But let me know in the chat if you think there is anything else, if there is anything else that is stopping you from actually meeting your financial goals, your career goals, whatever else you need. So you need to have customers, you need to have a product, you need to know what price you're selling it at, you need to have a goal. How to get your first client, we'll talk about that. Target markets, I have multiple plans but can't execute single-handedly and have no money to hire. Okay, that's a legit problem. Fear of talking. Okay, so we got these fears down. What to say when clients ask about previous work. Okay. Okay, so let's take this question. Let me know if you guys are okay. We spend about 10 minutes on this. What do you do and say when you are a newbie? Okay. So if you think this is a good question to take, okay, cool. So keep the questions rolling in. Keep the questions rolling in. All right. So these are good questions. These are super valid questions coming in. Fear of not getting good results, sales to the client, how to use white label testimonials. Life is difficult for newbies. Aman, I think you need to look at life through a new lens. Whom do I outsource if I get a job? How do I pitch? How to create credibility? Have to give a solution for a problem. Mastery of a specific one thing. How to outsource the work. Okay. How to make a portfolio. All right. Cool. So I think we are going to be able to answer all these questions. How to get a sale without money. Let's list this question down. Should be interesting. How to get your first sale with no experience, no money, no team, no testimonials, no confidence, no authority, no case studies. So this is a interesting spot to be at. No work experience. So let us say that this is no knowledge. Okay, poor guy. Let's name him. Let's name this poor guy. Let's call him Mr. D or Mr. F. He's Mr. F. He is Mr. F. He has got um, no money, which sucks. He's got no website. He's got no social media. He's got no confidence, no portfolio, no case studies, no authority. He is a beginner and he wants to make money. Should we take him from point A to point B? Mr. Nobody, let's do that. Let's do that, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that I ask for Mr. F, since he is broke, since he's got no knowledge, the only thing that I do hope is that he has a little bit of time. He's got a little bit of commitment. He's got a little bit of discipline. He's got a little bit of ambition. Hopefully, he's got a family that he needs to provide to, he or she needs to provide to. Is a hard worker. Really wants to succeed. Really, really wants to succeed. Has internet. Otherwise, I'm sorry, I cannot help him. Has internet. Has a laptop. Has got semi-decent English understanding abilities. I'm not saying communication skills, but understanding, semi-decent understanding, semi-decent English understanding capability. Right? His experience is that he's done a, say he's in the 12th standard. Let's make it tough on him. He's a fast learner. And let's give him, should we give him a superpower? Should we give him one superpower? Should we give Mr. F one superpower? Let's say that Mr. F happened to attend the Freelancing Festival 2020. All right, let's do it. So let's show you step by step what Mr. F needs to do starting right now. It's 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. And he says, this is my freaking opportunity I really want to do this. I know that business is a long-term game, but I have to start earning a little bit of money. So the first thing Mr. F needs to do, he needs to understand, he needs to figure out how much he needs bare minimum to live without upsetting family members. So say Mr. F figures out he has to earn, say, 50,000 rupees. If he doesn't earn 50,000 rupees a month, then he's going to have trouble at home. He's still going to figure out, but he might have to borrow some money, or he has some stuff he has to do. So he has to figure out how much money he needs to leave. So 50,000 becomes the goal. Just type in 50K if that's the goal. Okay. So day one. And this might vary, if you've got home loans, if you've got a house, it is just an example, okay? Figure 50K minimum, 50K goal. So next thing he needs to do is he has to figure out what product he has to sell. So he comes to the freelancing festival and he asks, what product should I sell? So we say we should sell an in-demand service. So he says, what is an in-demand service? And based on my experience, I will say that if you are Mr. F, there is a good chance that you should invest in learning WordPress. Because WordPress powers 33% of the entire internet, which means that people want WordPress websites. So WordPress is a great starting point. Another good idea is that WordPress is simple. It's super simple. Of course, there is a small learning curve, but I can share with you a video. I can share with you a video that you can go from zero to full-blown site in 20 minutes. Okay, so zero full-blown site in 20 minutes. So this is what you can learn in day one. In day one, Mr. Freelancer or Mr. F realizes that he needs to learn WordPress, right? So this is what he does. Then he builds a WordPress website. He spends some time. Makes a website look decent. And then he can put some little bit of content using a template. Using a template, you can create a really cool website. And then with my mobile phone, I would ask a friend or family member, or I would actually not even do that. I would just take a selfie because I want to be as independent as I possibly can. As independent as I possibly can. So I simply take a mobile phone like this. Show that I'm working on my computer. And I'd put this as my social media profile. So I'll do this as a social media profile, and then I would create a quick logo. And the most important thing that I would do in day one is I would use a 60-second template. 60-second template to create a pitch. So this is what I would do on day one. Day two, oops. Just bear with me for a second. Is this any better, Raj Kumar? Or is this also, should I just do none? All right, let's keep it to something boring. All right. Uh, let me share my screen. Cool, let me know if you guys can see my screen. We are back to day one. Awesome, super. So here we are, day one. Spend some time learning WordPress, build a website, take a mobile phone selfie, make a 60-second pitch, and then most importantly, create a package. Day two to day 30 is the same thing, which is hustle. What do you mean by hustle? You need to contact people and tell them what you do. Mistakes people make. Try to sell before providing value. And desperate for money. So these are two massive mistakes that people make. And now what we'll do is from the audience itself, you might be asking, what do you mean by day 2 to day 30? You do the same thing, you hustle, you contact people, you tell them what you do. I'm going to show you exactly. But for that, we need some volunteers. We need to get some volunteers to have some idea of who your potential customers could be. You can go to Google and it might be, say, your uncle. It might be your uncle who has a business, and maybe he has a textile business, small business firm. Can somebody give me something specific of a business? Name any business, and I'll show you how to pitch like a pro. So we've got garment manufacturer, we've got diamond business, Ayurvedic clinic, real estate, dentist, gym. Okay, so lots of options, baby products, restaurant, IT companies. Let's take, oops, where did that go? Let's say Rahul Madiwala says LED lighting. Now, say your idea is to pitch somebody. Say you found somebody who is a manufacturer of LED lights. He's your contact. So just type in LED lights, type in LED, type in LED if we understand who our potential customer is. Okay. Right now, we'll do a lot of examples, but for right now, say we found a lead, we found a potential lead, and they are an LED manufacturer. And now suddenly they've realized, or they've not even realized that they want to go online. They probably have a big factory somewhere, they've got resellers, they've got distributors, typical offline business. And let's say this customer is fairly uneducated, even when it comes to digital marketing, which means that they have a phobia. They are scared, and they don't even believe what you have to offer. Okay, so let's make it tough on ourselves. Let's say that we are, type in tough if you want to see how you can handle a tough customer who doesn't believe in what you are selling. Okay. Okay. So what we will do over here is show you how to crack this pretty easily. And let's say this customer's name is Mr. LED Old School. We call him Mr. LED Old School. And say we have a meeting with him. And say this is post COVID. We can even do this during COVID, but say this is 2 months later. And you're sitting in his office. And he's got people who have come before, agencies have come before. They have a website, but it is very outdated. And till date, they have probably never got a sale. Okay. They have a shitty website, but they never got a sale. So they are non-believers. So this is a non-believer, and you are here a newbie. You have no clients. You have all that good stuff going for you. So how are we going to make this work? How are we going to make this work? It's super simple. Just checking whether my screen is okay, whether you're good to go. Good to go. Awesome. So what we would do is we would first sit down with Mr. LED loser who's got no experience, and we would ask him if we could just quickly show him some stuff, starting with Google, and start with a small joke like, of course, you've already put LED lights into Google. So I'm going to just do that for you right now. LED lights. And quick question is, have you heard about Ronak lamps, or have you heard about Aryan lamps, or have you heard about Sri Ganesh? Question number one, 9 out of 10 times, if you are the business owner of this LED shop, then you would have probably looked at who your competitors are, who is sitting around you, and this might ring a bell. And there's a chance that they'll be like, yeah, I've heard about them. And that's when you can tell them, the great news I have for you, Mr. LED owner store, this is completely free. In fact, I want to do this for you just to say thanks, because I can get you over here super simply. It's not going to cost you anything. You don't need to pay me anything. You don't need to pay Google anything. But what I can do for you really quick, if you allow me, is to get you listed up over here in less than 2 weeks. All you need to do is in 2 weeks, you'll receive a postcard from Google. Send me that 4-digit code. I'll get you verified. And really quick, I'll get you a listing. But I've got some more interesting stuff to show you. Amazon is up over here, but I was actually doing a little bit of research on this website, 1000bulbs.com. I put in LED lights before coming in over here. I just wanted to do a little bit of research. So I looked at everyone who's selling LED lights online, and I found that ShopClues does a good deal, Amazon does a good deal, but who is doing the best is this company called 100bulbs.com. And I'll just show you what I think that they have done correctly. The first thing is, because they are ranking over here in Google, they are getting free traffic. People are looking for LED lights. They're coming in. They're looking for free traffic. And the good news is that this website, if you click on it, is all in US dollars. This entire website is all in US dollars, which means that most people are never going to purchase from this website. You can see they've got $4, $8. So like anybody else, I'm going to go back over here, and the minute Google knows that there is an Indian company in India selling in rupees, there's a very good chance that in a couple of months, I'll be able to get you over here as well. But this is all couple of months. This is 2 weeks, 2 weeks for free. You will get up over here. This will take a little bit of work. I saw that you already have a website, but if I just may speak freely, this website is a little outdated. Typically, you should have a website, updated every 2 to 3 years. I'll show you how you can get a website done in a couple of days. But where I want you to just take a little bit of risk, not in me. I don't want you to pay me anything right now, But I want to ask you yourself a very simple question. I want to ask you a very simple question. Do you think, do you think as an LED light manufacturer, people on the internet are currently searching for LED lights? Just let me know yes or no. So in most cases, business owners are going to be like, yes, people are searching for LED lights. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the only yes. This is the only yes you need to take out from their mouth today. That's it. If you can take out two yeses, that means if they actually see one of their competitors over here and they're scratching their head saying like, damn, I want to be over here. And now Mr. Gaurav or Mr. F, who has walked in on day one, he's told me he's going to do that for me for free. I'm also going to have a verified listing. I've also kind of understood a little bit that, yeah, there's somebody from the US who's selling. If I have a website, maybe I'll be there. But little bit is gone over my head. But before I go, I asked you not to trust me. And you said yes. I think Google, people do search on Google, but let's not guess. Let's not guess. Let's be for sure. Can you take out 500 rupees? Can you take out 500 rupees right now? Don't give it to me, but give it to Google. Give it to Google. You know where I would love to see you tomorrow morning? The first thing in the morning that I want to come and see you is over here. I have seen your products. I have seen that you've got the most amazing LED lights. If people just saw your products over here, I feel very confident that from tomorrow itself, there's a chance that you can start getting leads. Don't pay me. Let me do this for you. If this works, then we can talk about business later. I'm just letting you know that I've started in this place. All I've done is I have my own website. It gets a little bit of traffic. I'm happy to share my analytics with you. I do a little bit of social media. I got certified about 2 months ago, but now the demand is so high from business owners that I am just learning on the job. If you give me a chance for free right now, I'll do this for you on one condition. You give me one positive review. You are a factory owner. I'm sure you've got like a lot of factory friends. If I do this for you, do you think it's possible that you can send an email to your friends? All I want is an appointment. I'm not really looking at pitching and selling some stuff over here. I just want a little bit of experience. If I am able to prove to you that I can get you leads on the internet, are you willing to give me one chance? So, and then you can just be like, okay, you've sold him nothing, you've got a couple of yeses from him, you go back, and this is just the beginning. You've got him thinking it's not a yes, he's not confirmed yes. You go back and you do some research. If you feel he is slightly warm, what you do is you start whooping out some killer software. You pull out some killer software, open this up, you go back to Google over here, and then you start psyching him out. You give him some information that he nor his any of his company has heard of about it. You do some software like LED lights India as a keyword. You do some research. You go only to India. You create a project like this for him. You do some keyword research. Don't worry about this tool. I'll show you how you can do exactly the same thing as well. And you do a little bit of keyword research. Then you do this. This is something that I see wins every single time. Is you run like an SEO audit for them. You find out what their website is. You run an SEO audit for them, and all you need to do is you take a snapshot of this. You take a quick snapshot of this and you send it to them saying that here I did some research, and you don't even need to explain. By the time they're looking at this, they're just like, dude, what is this? All they'll know is that they've got Havels over here. They'll recognize the name. They'll recognize this name. They'll recognize this name. They'll recognize this name. And then you can even add their URL over here and say, I can get this done for you. I've done this. I can do this for you. And they will be pretty psyched. This is step number one. We spent about 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 7 minutes in doing this. Now, this is if you are sitting face to face with them. Otherwise, you do exactly the same thing. You record this. And let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one thing. If you made a video like this, if you made a video like this and you did some research where you gave a call to Ronak Lamps, you gave a call to Aryan Lamps, you gave a call to Sri Ganesh Lamps, you look at all these guys, you look at all the people who provide LED lights. Do you think one person will give you a meeting and say, like, yeah, somebody else has told me about going digital? Right? So all you need to do is make one video. All you need to do is make one video, share it with potential business owners, whether it's in the LED space, whether it's in the real estate space. We've just spent 5 minutes. Now, if a customer shows interest, if a customer shows interest, then you go to like the next level where you show them about their competitors, you give them a sample website, you give them a sample social media calendar, you give them sample Google ads, sample this, sample that, that they are just like, dude, I'm going to sign up. You know, and when you get one customer, the minute you get one customer, that is when the sky's the limit, because now you've solved all your problems. You hopefully have little cash flow. You know, you have a cash flow. You've sold them a WordPress website. You sold them Google SEO. You sold them PPC. You might have sold them social media here and there. You've got potential referrals, customers coming in. You've got all this good stuff. But now you might be thinking that I don't have any experience. I don't have any experience. How am I going to deliver? I'm going to have that answer for you on day two. Day one, don't even think about day two until you have meeting like this, until you can potentially get customers who are engaged with you, until you can really be an expert. Not too many people have done this kind of research for them. You're probably the first person who's gone to them, spoken to them as an expert, added value to their life, offered complimentary service to begin with, build a relationship, explain yourself, build your credibility, your expertise, and then who can say no to an offer like this? Whether you're a newbie or whether you've got 30 years of experience, people are happy to take free work for you. And if you deliver results, sky's the limit, ladies and gentlemen. So that is that is what you do. Do free work and then get paid. Awesome. So hope you guys got some good takeaways. Hope you guys got some good takeaways. And this is for everybody. This is for everybody who is in this situation. So there is literally no excuse. There is no excuse. Even if you think you cannot execute, we have a solution for that. Awesome. Awesome. That is good. Life is good. Life is good for newbies. Life is, everybody needs to start somewhere. Everybody needs to start somewhere. You look at anybody, even I started somewhere, but I started with a killer sales pitch. I started with a killer hustle, so that from day one I was like, dude, I am good at this stuff. I know this stuff. And you don't need to be an expert. You simply need to be better than the LED light manufacturer who pretty much has no freaking idea about what you are talking to him about. So if you go in with confidence, you go in with a little bit of conviction, sky's the limit, ladies and gentlemen. So have a good rest of the day. You don't need this sheet. You don't need the sheet, but hustle, do this. Um, Cool. We will make an organizer. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, we have been proactive for a change, and we have built a important links section, an important link section over here, which you can access, which you can access. Awesome, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to share this with you. The mind map link. WordPress in 20 minutes. That is, let's see how whether we do it this time. But what I can tell you, any members in the house, any paid members, any members in the house, guys uh, who've attended our morning sessions, guys who come in the morning, can you please let people know whether it is possible to build a WordPress website, including registering a domain, hosting, changing name servers, installing WordPress, putting in the template, uploading the import content, maybe adding in a little bit of logo, taking a backup, changing your passwords, doing your on-page SEO, making sure that you've got your analytics in place, making sure that you've got your webmaster in place. Ladies and gentlemen, can be done real time in 20 minutes. If you guys are nice to me, then I shall probably maybe do it for you live so that you can see what a game changer this is for you. But there is proof, ladies and gentlemen, there is proof that it has been done because it has been done. Awesome, guys. So just I want to let you know that today is a very special day because we have surpassed 5,000 visitors in the last 7 days. In the last 7 days, we have crossed over 5,000 visitors. So thank you all for making this possible. We've really had an interesting growth journey, and I'm glad that you guys are part of it. If you could do me one favor and let me know what you thought about this session. In the Facebook group, hopefully you guys are part of the community, and the more you engage with the community, the more you engage with the community, the better it's going to get. The better it's going to get, the more learning it's going to get. How was Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know in the Facebook group. We really do appreciate all your feedback. We are going to meet at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Have an awesome, awesome Saturday night. Take it easy. Things are going to be okay, even if you are a newbie. We've done it before in the past for ourselves, and we're committed to doing this for you as well. Have a super Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. Signing off for now. Please do leave some feedback. Please do leave some feedback in the Facebook group. I've gone ahead and shared the mind map with you. Signing off for now. This has been Gaurav Gurbaksani.